Hello friends! Today I review a nifty outdoor home improvement product called fence armor. Stay tuned. The good people at Fence Armor reached out to me a little while ago and asked if I would review their product, and I happily said yes. So they sent me a box with these 3 packages inside. As the packaging states, Fence Armor is proudly made in Canada, and so the instructions on the box are in English and en français. There isn't much to the instructions, not that there necessarily needs to be. It's more of a description of the types of finishes on one side, and then on the back it shows that you can have these for wood, metal, vinyl, or round fittings. Alright, now let's open up the package. Inside we have a crumpled up piece of brown paper for cushioning during shipping, and then there are 6 pieces of fence armor. My fence posts are each about 4 inches square, so I'm going to put 2 of these back to back, and that will cover the base. So 6 pieces does 3 bases of fence posts, and as you can see, they're incredibly sturdy. Upon closer inspection, you can see that I have a nice wood finish here because I have wood fence posts. Fence armor is stamped at the top, and on the back you get a better look at that galvanized steel. Installation is a breeze with these self-tapping screws. You just put them up and go, and you don't need to pre-drill a hole. My one complaint though is that the screws have Robertson heads. Where I live, Phillips heads are the most common, and most people don't have Robertson head bits. It would have been nice if a bit was included in the packaging, but fortunately enough for me, I was able to find something and make it work. If you enjoy watching product reviews like this, head on over to my Patreon page and tell me. $1 a month is a great way of saying, keep up the good work, Midwest Man Mountain. Thanks! Well, I used the weed whacker on my fence armor and I didn't see any marks, so I picked a post in my backyard and I thought, I'm going to give it a rough treatment. Here we go! By now you can see all the damage on the post just below the fence armor. The piece itself is just barely scraped, some of the finish is off, but that's not too bad. Let's take a look underneath of the fence now. Look at that, the post is great. The only mark is the hole from the screw. There's not even an indent from the hammer. I'm very, very pleased. If it can stand up to all of these, it's going to be great for weed whacking. Well, there you have it. Fence armor is incredibly strong. It can easily withstand cuts from a weed whacker and bumps from a lawnmower and whacks from a hatchet and cuts from a saw and everything in between. And your fence post will be entirely protected. I was surprised. I didn't know what to expect. When I was beating it with a hammer, for instance, I thought for sure it would cause a dent in my fence post underneath. But to my surprise, it was incredibly protected. Now, of course, you're not going to go out and go onto your fence post and take a saw to it, purposefully, or take a hammer to it, or an ice pick, for goodness sake. But I wanted to show you the truth in the durability of this. It's a galvanized steel, and it's pretty strong. Fence armor is very intuitive right from the get-go. I mean, it's very simple. It's one piece, screw hole, screw hole, screw hole, and you just line it up and screw it in where you want to go. The packs of self-tapping screws are really handy. You don't have to pre-drill the hole and then line it up after the fact. You just stick it in and drive it and you're ready to go. The only con was that the pack of self-tapping screws didn't have a Robertson bit. So if they would add that to the pack moving forward, that would be great. But if you have a couple bits at home, you should be able to find one that works. I highly recommend fence armor for anybody who wants to protect a post of any kind, be it, let's say, the base of a wooden basketball hoop, or a mailbox post, or a fence post, of course, or say you have a post in your garden that you use for a trellis. This would be terrific as well. It'll go a long way for anybody who just put up a big fence. Say you just installed one, you spent hundreds if not thousands of dollars on a fence, and you want it to last a long time. Fence armor is the perfect addition. It's the cherry on top of that beautiful cake of a fence you just put up. Put fence armor on the base of all of your posts, and that way you never have any sort of rot out or nicks or any sort of damage on the base of your fence posts. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. So in sum, I definitely give Fence Armor a great big thumbs up. Special thanks to the people of Fence Armor for reaching out to me to do a review. I really enjoyed it, and they make a very nice aesthetic and practical addition to my fence. Thank you very much. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. I'm the Midwest Man Mountain. Thanks for subscribing, and until next time, bye!